And hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm Lunar Da Vinci, and today I'm gonna show you how to record gameplay footage. And yeah, recording gameplay footage doesn't have to be hard, and it can be just for fun or for a YouTube video, whatever. I'm just gonna show you how to do it. So the first step that most people forget is your organization and your management. So when I want to record a video, when I'm looking at my desktop and just wondering, hey, I want to record gameplay footage, you just want to have one folder in which you know that you click and you're ready to go. So when you want to make a new folder, of course, you right click, new, and make a folder. You rename it. I named it to for video. You can name it to make footage, whatever, just so that you know that you have it there. Then you want it near your Steam stuff and your Epic Games launcher. Little side note, why is this? When I started YouTube and making videos, you don't want to have everything separated. When I started it, I had it. So for example, I had my video footage here somewhere, and then my voice around my music, and yeah, it doesn't work. Like as you see with my C, I have a lot of not trash, but weird things here that I don't use. I just have everything right here in my D for video. I have everything. So there you have it. There you have a folder. That's step 1. Step 2 is installing OBS. What is OBS? Oh, what is this? Yep. OBS is this. This is the program in which I'm recording right now, and in which you are gonna record your gameplay footage of whatever. So let me check. We still have audio. That's coming up in another part. So yeah, just a teaser. So you're gonna install OBS, download OBS. You want to hit that in Google, first link, open Broadcaster software, and you wanna install it Windows. Most people have Windows. If you have Apple, you click here, and for the Linux betas, you choose this for the tech guys. And then you install the wizard. I recommend you to install it in your folder. Just name like I installed Shotcut here. Just make a folder in your folder, name it OBS, and install it there. Then as you probably, I can imagine that you have a shortcut in your desktop. Click at it, and you have opened OBS. So a little side note. So before we're starting with OBS, you want to open your game. Just go to Steam Games, open your game, whatever game, it doesn't matter. Just open it and have it running in the background. That's very important for a future step. So right now we're here. You've opened it. You have a very different screen. Why? You've got everything from the sides. You have this empty, and here a little different, but you probably don't have this one. This my desktop. You won't see your desktop immediately. Why? Because you don't have a source of that. Your screen is like a source, so you're gonna want to make that a source. So how do you do that? You put all your sources, you put them in a scene. So a scene is like for example, just a scene is like a collection of sources that you wanna display. So I am right now displaying to you guys my desktop. This is what I'm recording right now. This is what you all see. That's because I made a scene. You can just make a new one, add scene, and name it whatever you want. You can name it desktop. We're making gameplay footage, so you can name it footage, whatever. I'm not gonna make it. Why? Because when I click on it, you won't see anything. So that's not the purpose of this video. So yeah, don't do that. Just make another scene called footage and then add sources to that. So I'm gonna do it here. So you've made your scene and you have here empty. You have everything empty. So you want to add a source, or add a source. So then you've got a drop down menu. You're gonna want to make gameplay footage, or record gameplay footage. So you want to hit game capture. As I just told you, you have your game running at the background. Very important. So you want to hit game capture, and then you want to name what you're gonna capture. So for example, you want to record Call of Duty. You just want to name it Call of Duty and hit OK. Now you have this. So you want to make sure that you have this at not capture any full screen application. Make it capture specific window. Then it lets you make an option of which window you want. You want to choose the game window that is running at the background. So for example, I'm running Call of Duty. You will see here steam.exe, Call of Duty, stuff like that, and you'll recognize it in a second. You see your game name here, so you click that. Very easy. And then you want to hit match title, otherwise find window of same executable, because that lets you get the same result every time. So just have this one and don't hit this one, because you can because then it has to match exactly, and you don't want that. So yeah, then you decide if you want to show your audience or have your cursor at your recording. I have it right now. You are able to see my cursor. But if you don't want to show your audience, just uncheck it. Then you want to hit OK. I'm gonna hit cancel, but you want to hit OK. And then you have it run. Then you have to see your screen. You have to see your game footage. If you have it running at the background, remember, if you don't have it running at the background, you won't see it. So I hit cancel. I don't know why it still made a thing. Oh, not screen. I want to hit delete code. So yeah, now you probably see a static image of your screen, or of your game, your starting image of your game. Then you can hit start recording and you're good to go. But of course it's not that simple, because you still have to adjust your settings. I'm gonna get that in a second. Just a very small thing. You want to adjust your desktop audio to whatever suits your game. So if you have a very loud game, you'll probably want to make that a little less loud. That's what I will do. So then you want to adjust your settings, because settings, like in every program, it's very important. So first thing you want to do is go to advanced and have in your general process priority above normal. The standard option is normal. You want to change it to above normal to get OBS running at an improved state of your computer. You don't want it having like less priority or something like that. Then you'll get a worse recording. We don't want that. Then I can't change my options here because I'm recording right now, but you want to decide at which resolution you want to record. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have a PC. I have a laptop, and this is not a high-spec laptop or anything. This is a Lenovo IdeaPad 520, which is like a decent laptop, 8 gigs of RAM which is decent. It's not very much. You don't need a €1,000 or dollar PC, or monster PC as I like to call it. You can use it with anything, but you want to adjust your resolution to how good or how well your PC functions. So I have it at 1080p right now. If you have trouble recording at 1080p, don't worry, just put it down to downscale it to 720p. Very important. So, and you want to avoid messing with the FPS. You can maybe put it down to 45, but that's the bare minimum. You have to keep it at 60 for the smooth experience. So just keep it like that. And of course, if you want to up your FPS or go for 4K resolution, you need a very strong PC. But yeah, you need a very strong PC, and it's very expensive. But if you have it, you're a gamer and you're good to go. So just do it, right? So then we're not gonna be streaming. I've never streamed, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna record. We're recording our gameplay footage. So we're gonna hit recording, and then first thing we see, recording path. The recording path, that's where your video, when you hit stop recording, when you stop recording, that's where your video goes. So you probably want to have that around here in your videos folder, because that's like you have everything there. So you want to hit the recording path, set it to your recording folder or your folder of views, and then just hit the right folder within your folder. Sorry if that sounds stupid. All right, so you set your recording path. So now you want to your recording format. You want to probably keep it at MP4. That's the best, the highest quality recording format. So that's the best one. It gives you the highest quality. But if you, like a side note for you guys who have trouble with their PC and whose PCs really shut down unexpectedly often, or just have power issues with your PC, I recommend doing the format FLV, because that format, it lets you save your recording immediately every time. So when your PC suddenly shuts down, you still have your recording saved. So that's good, but you're sacrificing a bit of quality. So just keep that in mind. So next is the encoder, which is the most important thing of this whole page. Your encoder is on what part of your computer you're gonna run your recording. So I have X264, which is the basic encoder, and is like a combination of your GPU and CPU. So your computer uses GPU and CPU to record your footage. What does that mean? It means that it's very mixed, and your computer uses a lot of its power for the recording. But for example, so this encoder, just briefly, it's for the low spec PCs like me, who don't have a graphics card, who just have Intel integrated graphics. Then you want this encoder, because your whole computer will be focusing at recording. If you have a graphics card or a very good GPU, like NVIDIA GeForce or Radeon or something like that, then you want to keep this encode and to change the encoder to that one. Because if you have one of those, you're probably a gamer and you have an expensive PC, blah 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 blah, and you probably know already that you have to choose that one. So a small thing here, if you let's go back to video. If you downscale your resolution from 1080 to 720, you want to rescale your output here also to that, and just check this mark. That's a small note, but it's very important to do, because otherwise your recording will not rescale itself. It's like a backup, so just do it. Then we get to the bit rate, and this will be a little different if you have a different encoder. So for a GeForce encoder, it will be a little different than this. Don't worry about that. Just there are two main things which are important and will be at every single encoder, and that is rate control and bit rate. For rate control, you want to keep it at CBR, constant bit rate. And that means that the bitrate won't change in the middle of the videos, it will just stay constant, which you want to have. It's like, it gives a smooth experience. So yeah, that's the constant, but how high should your bitrate be? Well, that also depends on your computer. If you trust your computer, you can put it at 10,000, 10,000 or even 12,000. But if you don't really trust your PC, I would put it at the minimum at 5,000. That's the minimum, and then you still have a good footage. You still see everything at a good rate. So yeah, those are the recommended settings, and of course the video path, stuff like that. And now you can just start recording, and everything that you record will go immediately to your folder, and you have it. So yeah, that's the basics of recording a real gaming footage video. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want me to do another tutorial like this, perhaps about how I record my audio, because game footage isn't the only thing. If you want to make a YouTube video, for example, you want to have a professional mic and have that go together, editing, stuff like that, just let me know. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time. Bye.